Hello, Ms. Story. I'm with the Naples Daily News. I'm wondering, do you know anything about sea turtles?
Well, they're a turtle, and they live in the sea, and they have wings.
Well, you live really long, right? That's one thing I know.
Some of them reported to live up to 100 years.
I knew that from Finding Nemo.
Do you know anything about their mating, their seasons, where they're most commonly found?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. Hey, my name's Spencer, and I'm also here with the Naples Conservancy. I actually was able to have Nikki do an interview with us. Nikki, I really want to thank you very much. And I know that you guys are big on turtles here, am I right?
We sure are.
All right, first question I wanted to ask you, what are some of the major threats to sea turtles?
Great question. So, one of the biggest threats to sea turtles are people. And so, these are, at least as adults. And so a lot of these big turtles, they get caught up in fishing gear, things like the big shrimp nets, as well as just other fishing line. So there are a lot of things that people can do to help that. There are things called turtle excluder devices that can be attached to these shrimp nets to help keep the turtles from getting trapped in them, as well as just people being conscious of making sure their fishing line gets disposed of properly.
Now, one of my favorite sea turtles is my next question. One of my favorite sea turtles is called this leatherback sea turtle. What could you tell me about them? Because I know this is a really special sea turtle.
Sure. Well, leatherback sea turtles are very cool. They're the largest sea turtle in the world, of course. Really interestingly, you probably know here in Florida we have mostly loggerhead sea turtles that use our beach, occasionally green sea turtles. But last year we had our first leatherback sea turtle ever that nested on Key Wade Island, and that nest successfully hatched, which was really exciting. They're a neat turtle because they eat almost exclusively jellyfish. So this is another impact that people have because so much of our trash, including our plastic bags, end up in the ocean. Those plastic bags look just like jellyfish, and so it can really wreak havoc on turtles like the leatherback.
You said that the loggerhead, you say that loggerheads occasionally mate here. What are some interesting facts also about the loggerhead sea turtle?
Well, the loggerhead sea turtles are just cool. That is the most common turtle that we see here in Naples and on Key Wade Island that come up and that use our beaches to nest. They're just really interesting all around. So their name literally means kind of big-headed turtle. So they have these huge heads relative to the size of their body. Those jaws are designed to be able to crush shells. So they eat a lot of large snails and crustaceans and crabs, and so those big jaws help them to kind of crush through those shells and eat the animal inside, which is pretty cool.
Do they sometimes digest some of the shells with it themselves, or do they spit the shells out?
Oh, that's a good question. Some of both for sure. They definitely want to get at that animal that's inside, but they occasionally certainly are going to eat some of the shell too.
Well, going on about talking about what all these different turtles, just the turtle in general, what makes it so unique compared to all other marine life on the planet?
Well, wow. Well, turtles are just cool, right? Because they're so big. I mean, these are really large reptiles. So like all the other reptiles, they are ectotherm, so they rely on the environment to regulate their body temperature. They don't have the same metabolism that we do, so that's really interesting. They also swim thousands of miles a year. People don't realize, we see them come up on the beach. The rest of the time, they're out in the ocean swimming around, and we occasionally put satellite transmitters on these turtles to kind of look at where they go when they're not on the beach. And some of these turtles will swim thousands and thousands of miles every year.
What is the diet that ranges between sea turtles? You said carnivorous and then also vegetarian.
Loggerheads that are mostly crustaceans, but they'll eat fish, they'll eat snails, they'll eat crabs. They really have a wide variety of things. To the leatherback, that is almost exclusively a jellyfish eater, which is surprising given its large size. So you can kind of imagine how many jellyfish it needs to eat as it continues to grow. And then you have the green sea turtle that is an herbivore, that's a vegetarian that eats mostly plants. So it really, those three sea turtles, the ones that do nest here in Florida. And then they lay a whole bunch of eggs, so anywhere from 80 to 120 eggs at a time. But then they leave and they never take care of them. And so it's just a different life history strategy. So instead of living for a short amount of time, they live for a very long time and lay eggs throughout the years.
Now, one of the most unique features about turtle and that everyone loves to talk about is their shell. What is amazing about their shells? What does their shell provide?
Sure. A lot of people don't realize, or have seen the cartoons where the turtles can just pop out of their shells and walk around. They don't realize that turtle shell stays with them their whole life. So turtle shells are made out of bones, just like our bones, and then the outside is keratin, which is the same stuff that our fingernails are made out of. So you can imagine this is very important. When you look at the inside of a turtle shell, you can actually see the turtle's rib cage. So their ribs are anchored inside of their. My favorite thing to talk about with the green sea turtles is that they are vegetarians, and so unlike the leatherback and the loggerhead that are omnivorous, right? They're out there kind of eating a little bit of everything. Green sea turtles are herbivores, and they eat mostly algae and other plants. But interestingly, is how they got their name. So some people suspect, oh, it's because they're green or because they eat plants. They actually get their name because when you, if you have to do an autopsy or a necropsy on a green sea turtle, their fat is actually green, and so their internal organs look green, and that's how they get their name.
Have you ever done one of these or seen one sea turtle when they're doing the autopsy?
I have. It's really interesting. Sometimes we do it if a sea turtle has been washed up on the beach and we want to find out what has happened to it. We might do a necropsy to figure out what has happened.
You have turtles from different places here?
Well, I think this is because there's a place down the hall here of non-native or invasive species, and this one doesn't really belong in this part of Florida, as I said earlier, and it's just out there.
I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. This is Nikki from the Naples Conservancy. Thank you very much, everyone.